Yo, YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Salvation Elite. We are back with a video, guys, and today, man, gentlemen's agreements, GAs in the Call of Duty scene. So Black Ops Cold War has created for a lot of issues, a lot of things that are maybe a little broken, or things that need a little bit of tweaking, or things that probably should be out of competitive Call of Duty. So it's created for a somewhat lengthy list of equipment, weapons, perks, score streaks, everything else that are currently GA'd and not allowed in the competitive scene. So quick summary of what GAs are. Gentlemen's agreements are things that the pros, that the AM scene on either the EU side, the NA side, or overall as a whole agree not to use in the game, that aren't currently officially banned by the CDL official pro rules. And there's right now a lot of things that are in that category. Hopefully over the upcoming few months things will change, and for now there is a lengthy list. So as you guys saw in the title, I will be updating this in the pinned comment, but in the pinned comment I'll only be listing things that change. So make sure to listen through the whole video and then head down to the pinned comment to see what potentially changed. So let's get right into it. Of course, first of all, you're watching some pubs gameplay while I'm talking about competitive Call of Duty. It's all I got right now, so suffer through it. But let's get right into these GAs. Let's go. So let's start on the weapon side of things. It's pretty straightforward so far. Obviously, outside of the things that are already currently banned in the CDL playlist, the GA'd weapons currently are tactical rifles because they are OP and lame. Don't use them. So as well as tactical rifles in the EU scene only, the AK-47 has been banned. In NA, it's still fine. You can use it in NA, but if you're from the EU, no AK-47. And also shout out Luty and shout out CDL Intel on Twitter for keeping track of these GAs and making things not too crazy for us all. Otherwise, it's an absolute mess figuring out what's GA'd, what's not. So big shout out to them. So now onto the perks and wildcard side of things currently. So right now, Gearhead is GA'd because otherwise there's just way too many trophies on the map. And similarly, no perk greed. You cannot use perk greed. Having the 6 perks is just OP. It's too good in respawn, having gung-ho and everything else. It just doesn't make sense for competitive overall. So no perk greed. And the other GAs that you can technically use Lawbreaker, but you're not allowed to run overkill. So you can't have a second primary as your secondary weapon. Not allowed. It's GA. So now when it comes to items and attachments, we've got the no Molotovs. That's pretty straightforward, pretty OP, pretty stupid. Molotovs are GA'd. Then there's the gigantic debate of smoke grenades currently in competitive Call of Duty. And this is something that I think will probably change over time as they're tweaked or things change. But for now, NA in respawn has GA'd smokes. EU has not GA'd smokes. So in the EU, you can use smokes in respawn and S&D. But again, in the NA, it is GA'd in respawn, no smokes. That's been a big debate, and a lot of pros are on kind of both sides of the deal, and it definitely has affected the meta with how many Krigs you see on the map. Not ideal. And then on to attachments. The 3 attachments that are currently banned are thermals and all lasers, and the KGB and SOCOM Eliminator barrels on the weapon. So don't be using those barrels because they're basically like a suppressor. They conceal muzzle flash on the mini map, and it kind of does the same thing. So those have to be GA'd as well because the silencers are already out. So the final few things here are definitely still really important. Of course, no score streaks. They are just broken at this point with how you earn them. If they ever bring back the system of earning score streaks like you would in the past, then we would have them. We'd be using them because some of these score streaks are actually pretty good for competitive, I think, and would be pretty interesting. But right now, it just does not make sense, and it's terrible. So those are GA'd. And then the final 3 things are pretty important. Basically, it's the limits to trophies and smoke. So overall, right now, the limit is 3 trophies as the gentleman's agreement. Then there's a 2 smokes in search and destroy GA where every team runs 2 smokes in search and destroy. And then the final GA currently is that in the EU, only 1 sniper can be run in search and destroy. Some teams are trying to do the double snipe strategies because snipers are pretty freaking good at competitive right now. And so that's something to consider if you're in the EU. And that could potentially get adopted in the NA. So that's something that might end up down in the pinned comments down below. So like I said, that's where we're at with gentlemen's agreements right now. I'll update everything and anything throughout the whole year down in the pinned comment down below. Anything that doesn't change will stay the same in the video, and I won't mention it down below, but everything that's changed is what I'll mention down in the pinned comment. So now that you're through the video, go check that out. I appreciate you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you guys really enjoy it. I really do appreciate that. I'm trying to do this full time, and I cannot do that without you guys. This was a short video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, guys, I'm your boy Salvation Elite, and we will see you next time. I'm out.